So the map is Lost Temple. We've got Ishnalade. Yeah, Ishnalade. Kind of like Gatorade, but in the right as the blue Protoss, and Rambus from the UofR in the bottom as the red Protoss. The stream link, I want to paste it in this game. Alright, so yeah, so Protoss versus Protoss. We think we're gonna see a 4-gate here?
I believe so. You know, it's very uncommon to not see that in a sense, but
what would like, as a Protoss player, what would you like what are the alternatives to a 4-gate? Is like a 4-gate only countered by a 4-gate, or, you know?
Well, essentially, yeah, but you know, you can do other variations, like a two-gate robo can really fend that off. But again, there's nothing like that what you could do and then be offensive with it against a 4-gate. It's more of you have to do this strategy, play defensive, and try to get an expo up for your opponent.
Mm-hmm. I know there's a few different types of 4-gate. There's the more economical route and the all-in route. The all-in being you're cutting probes and getting an army, but like the economic one is where your 4-gate's a little bit delayed, but you're still being able to pump out probes. Is that like,
yeah?
Have you done those before?
I have, yeah. The one you were mentioning before, the kind of all-in one, is was kind of first labeled as the Korean warp gate, and you don't build any units until your warp gate's done. So you just get, and usually you just get the one assimilator.
Mm-hmm.
So your stalker count, you can't really get as many stalkers, but you know, where you can't get stalkers is you get zealots, and you still maximize your warp gates.
I've seen a few interesting warp gates that are like, basically you get a probe in their base and start building pylons, and then just start warping zealots in.
Here's something that that Ishnalade is kind of doing, this I would say is a mistake, is you got to keep that probe in the Protoss base as long as you can. As you can see now, Rambus did Chrono Auto Zealot, and another one's on the way, and he's not going to have enough time to rebuild build a Zealot in time. So.
Okay, yeah. So because he hasn't made a Zealot, and he's just starting. He's starting a Zealot now, or he's starting a Stalker. Yeah.
So
okay, so Zealot's going to be able to get like a few probe kills for free because of the.
Yeah,
oh, he canceled it. He canceled it. Oh, that's not good.
So he might be able to zap Zealot down, but he's definitely going to get some kills off of it and at least screw up mining.
Yeah, that's actually going to be...
That's not good at all.
Yeah, he needs to chrono boost that Stalker out as soon as possible, because he's losing, like, oh man.
Very many. Yeah. And all this mining time too. Like, this is really going to hurt him in the long run. And it's still alive too.
Yeah, and regenerating shields. I'm curious as to see, like, he could probably pop in there and get a few more shots off, especially on those weak probes, but...
I would be, if I was in his position, I would just let it die, like get as many kills as you can.
Yeah.
The Stalker's.
There's a Stalker. Oh, the Stalker's blocked. The Stalker's blocked. Oh no, never mind.
No.
I thought he was blocked behind that pylon. Yikes.
So yeah, that was a key lesson. Like PvP, you got to keep that probe in there, because you can really see where chronos are getting thrown down and when units are getting built like that. If you don't see that kind of stuff happens right there. And that, you know, even if it slows you down, if you lose one probe and a bit of mining time, that's the difference in when you get your 4-gate up.
Yeah, so that actually is significantly hurting Ishnalade. He's chrono boosting the some probes out, but not being able to afford any. Like, he wants to get his economy back to where it was, but Rambus is 6 probes ahead of him, and that may not seem much, but that's I don't know. Is that like, that's like, well, we look at the income. He's like, Rambus has almost doubled the income per.
Yeah, the minerals.
Yeah,
he really needs to get those guys off of gas. Like, stockpiling right now, and
exactly, because
it's not going to do him any good. You know, stalkers aren't that expensive. He could get sentries and wall off, but that only lasts so long.
But like right now, his gas is quite high. He doesn't need to be that high. He's gonna, like, he can't afford to pump out that many stalkers or sentries to get that gas used up. So I would have, like, put him back on it, because right now, like, Rambus is only using the one gas. He just got his second one, but he's been ahead of Ishnalade in the mineral income for quite some time now. And look, and that it shows, because Rambus has a a nice little army there, getting ready to push because he has. Is that 4 gates? That's a 4 gate right there. So Ishnalade, not 2 gate robo with a forge, not using the forge at all. There are no cannons down. There are no upgrades going up. That's a waste of money.
Robo and a forge not being used.
Yeah, I like him. I like his choice to get that immortal, but I don't agree with that forge. That's a free. Getting that could have you made 3 probes, or like he's just cut probes right now. So this is a tough situation for him to get out of. And Rambus just throwing out some pylons right now.
This sentry count, if it's micro properly, really cut that. Like Rambus doesn't want to go up that ramp because you can cut the army and kill half, which is exactly what he needs to do. But at the same time, he needs just to send something up there, get vision, and then start warping in units, which he's doing right now. Yeah, so there we go. So Rambus cut in half, but he's not microing those units. Oh, and Rambus is able to warp in units on the cliff because of that vision, and that looks like this is going to be the end for Ishnalade. He's got no units left, nothing coming out, and has said that he has been outclassed. And that is game. UofR taking the series 3-1 over ETS.